So I don't think I have too many drumsticks, but I definitely have a lot because I want to have the right pair of sticks for whatever the playing situation is. So I've got in that stick bag the 7As, the 5As, the 55As, the 5Bs, some couple of concert snare sticks. And so I've got all these different sticks. The thing is though, from a distance they can all look the same. If you've got a pile of sticks and you've got 7As, 5As, 5Bs, etc., they're all going to look the same. Now, before we go any further here, the general premise, the understanding here, is that we do want to keep our sticks in their original pairs. Now, Vic Firth, who I buy all my sticks from, I'm guessing ProMark and Vader probably do the same. Vic Firth pitch pairs and weight matches their sticks. That means that both sticks are the same weight. That means that if you click them together, you're hearing the same pitch, there's nothing weird, and obviously those sticks are dead straight. They're literally perfect sticks, and they were meant to stay in that pair. So let's not make that a waste and mix up all of our sticks so that we lose the original pair. Let's keep them in the original pair that the company intended for them to be in. So that's the first reason for keeping them in pairs, but probably the even more important reason is that as we wear sticks down, they weigh less, right? A lot of times there's an obvious difference between a really worn down stick that's been chipped away at and that's losing the shoulder and a brand new stick. You pick one up in your left hand, you pick the other up in your right hand, and there's an obvious weight difference. You wouldn't want to play with those same two sticks at the same time. If you play a 3-hour gig with, say, a given pair of 5A sticks, by the end of that 3-hour gig, those two sticks are both going to weigh a little bit less, but they should still weigh the same. Most likely you're kind of switching them back and forth between hands. One isn't staying your left stick or your right stick. They're getting switched around, so they're getting the same kind of wear on the rim of the snare or on the hi-hat or on the crash or the ride or whatever. So we want our pairs of sticks to wear the same so that they're consistent weights. So given pair of 5As will be the same weight as they get used. Given pair of 5Bs will be the same weight as they get used. And we don't want to mix any of those around. So I think you get the idea there. So this whole idea is built on the fact that we want to keep our sticks in pairs. Now, the obvious way to do that is to keep them in the sleeves that they come in. I used to do that, and it used to work okay until I had a lot of sticks. It worked fine when I had a pair of 5As and a pair of like concert drumsticks, concert snare sticks, in high school, but as my stick collection grew and I had the 7As for a jazz gig and the 5As maybe for big band or some smaller room rock stuff, and then I had the 55As and the 5Bs for heavier rock stuff, I realized, okay, I've got a lot of pairs of sticks in here, and a lot of times if you're trying to keep them in the sleeves, they're rubbing up against one another, and you try to pull a pair out and it comes out of the sleeve. Sometimes you even try to put the sleeve onto the pair of sticks, but because of the splinters on the stick, you can't even get the sleeve up onto there. So it starts to make less and less sense the more of them you've got and the more worn down the sticks get. So you can take them out of the sleeve, but then they all look the same and they will get hopelessly intermingled unless you label them, unless you make some kind of marking on them. Now there's no way I'm the first to do this, but I've never seen another drummer do this. So I'm sure everybody's kind of got their own way of doing this, whoever has gone to the trouble to label their sticks. But with mine, I just like to make a simple marking on, say, this pair of 5Bs, they're both gonna have a red X. Or this pair of 5As are both gonna have a little black ring and then a 5A written in the middle. I don't even have a consistent stick organization labeling method. I just put whatever marking on there I know that I'm gonna remember and I'm gonna know. As a matter of fact, some pairs of sticks I will leave blank. I'll look down and I'll see the blank pair, I'll know, oh, those are my newest pair of 5Bs, and oh, the ones with the red X's, those are my second newest, and so the red X's will go in the stick bag as the backup pair, the brand new ones will be the primary pair. Now, a more organized method of color coding and labeling your sticks might be, say they're 5A sticks, you write 5A on there, but every time you buy a new pair of 5As, write it in a different color. So maybe the first ones, you wrote it in green, so you're always gonna know those are your oldest, most worn down ones. Say the second pair, you write it in blue. The third pair, you write it in red. So at this point, you've got those 3 pairs of 5As. You know that the most recent, newest ones that you're playing right now are the red ones. Your second string 5As that are in your stick bag, those are the blue ones. Your oldest ones that are either really worn down or they're about to crack, or they're the ones that you hand to somebody when they're like, hey man, you got extra 5A sticks? Yeah, sure. You hand them those and you know which ones they are. So you've got them clearly organized like that. That's one very organized way to do it, but I don't even do it that way. I just use markings that are random that I know when I see them. It's all totally up to you. There's no right or wrong way of marking your sticks. Whatever you're going to remember. You could even leave every other pair of sticks blank. You could even choose to leave your 5Bs blank and then put a certain marking on your 5As. Something as simple as that, just so that you can look into your stick bag and you can clearly see which is which. So this was a super simple idea, but I'm curious to hear feedback from you guys. Do any of you do this? Does somebody out there do this already? And I've just never seen it, I've never noticed it. I'm interested to see how that compares with my method and what I do. Maybe I can make some adjustments to mine, label mine even more clearly, make it work even better. And also a big thanks to my subscribers. It was very encouraging and motivating to cross that 100 subscriber mark about 2 weeks ago. So it's really cool that there are over 100 of you guys who like watching my videos. That definitely keeps me motivated to keep making videos. And so if you guys have any topic ideas or questions or anything interesting, like any cool drum hack ideas, whatever, share them with me. I'd love to get some feedback on video ideas and new topics. I'm constantly brainstorming topics. I'm working on planning out some new topics right now. So as always, thank you so much for watching. And if you haven't subscribed, but you found this video of value and useful to you in your drumming, then please let me know that. Subscribe, comment, share with somebody else, like the video, give it a thumbs up. I will see you next week.